Let's look at poverty and Uganda's poverty reduction framework. We've already looked at the theories of poverty and what poverty is all about, and how Uganda is in terms of poverty. So we shall look at the things that can be done in order for us to reduce the poverty. So after reviewing the theories regarding poverty, we now want to turn to Uganda and have a look at a number of policy initiatives that have been employed over time to reduce the poverty. The objective is to understand how these policies have been designed and establish whether they can contribute to reducing poverty, and further understand whether these policies fall within the well-established knowledge or theory about poverty. The earlier economic recovery programs, especially those that were designed after the fall of Idi Amin regime, aimed at macroeconomic stabilizing the economy, with minimum attention on how their effects would lead to increased income at household. So they were not putting much attention on poverty, they just wanted to stabilize the economy because the economy had been destabilized by Amin's economic war. So their aim was stabilizing the economy, and they put less emphasis on what? On poverty, on how to reduce poverty or how to increase household income. For example, let's first look at the economic recovery program of 1981 to 1984, which was by Obote II. So Obote II's economic recovery program of 1981 to 1984 was centered on the following things. They wanted to raise the real growth GDP by 5% per annum. Then another one is they aimed at reducing inflation to annual rate of 25% in order to re-establish macroeconomic stability, because in the times of Amin, it was above 200. So they wanted to reduce it to annual rate of 25%. Then another aim was reviving production and securing operation and long-term finances from external sources. Since during Amin's time, even investors stopped coming because he was so rebellious. So they wanted to revive production and secure operation and long-term finances from external sources. Another thing they aimed at was improving macroeconomic management policies to encourage the mobilization of domestic resources. The macroeconomic policies in Amin's regime were not nice. He was overprinting money and all that. So they wanted to improve macroeconomic management policies to encourage the mobilization of domestic resources. And that was the economic recovery program of 1981 to 1984. But as you can see, there is no reducing poverty or increasing household income levels in their objectives or in their aims. And the efforts of Obote's economic recovery program were short-lived due to the civil strife or the Bush War by Museveni. So on the other hand, the 1987 Economic Recovery Program that was supported by the IMF and World Bank was also formed. So the 1987 NRM Economic Recovery Program, it aimed at the following. First is achieving positive economic growth of at least 5% per annum by boosting production. Another one was restoration of price stability by dampening inflation, since there was a lot of instabilities during the Bush War. Another aim was halting and reversing the deterioration of balance of payment by boosting export earnings. Because of the Bush War, even the exports reduced. And then lastly was strengthening institutional framework. Those were their main aims, and there was no aim of reducing poverty or increasing the household incomes. So they were all concentrating on macroeconomic stability than reducing poverty. So we are going to look at the things that were done after those economic recovery programs in order to reduce poverty in Uganda. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Tap on the join button and become a member of the Niche Academy by subscribing to any package that you would love to.